is before I read my thesis. Yeah. Where did my papers go? They're right here. All right. I started at Sego Lily in early December of 2010 with the intention of finding friends to play Dungeons & Dragons and World of Warcraft. My mom told me there was a group at Sego Lily that would like to play D&D. So I decided to try Sego Lily out for a week and see if it would work for me. At the time, I was not so sure. At the time, I was not so much a people person and was not sure if this would be the right place for me. Prior to attending Sego Lily, I had a D&D group that I ran, which was much smaller. In my first weeks at Sego Lily, I met most of my D&D group: Corbin, Aiden, James, Jerusha, Hannah, Eli. We formed a D&D group, and by my second week we were playing Dungeons & Dragons. I became good friends with all of the members of the D&D group over the next few weeks. I found out that Corbin and Aiden play World of Warcraft, so we formed a WoW group with my mom, who was a staff member. Even with 4 of us, we were still down 1 member, since it takes 5 to have a full group. So I convinced Hannah to play WoW with us, making us a full group. In late May of 2011, the Dungeons & Dragons group formed the Medieval Corp, a group that would make money by selling boffer weapons. A boffer weapon is a sword weapon used for sparring, which is made out of PVC pipe insulation, and duct tape. The Medieval Corp was the first Sego Lily corporation in the school's history to meet the entire corporation founding requirements within 1 week. The Medieval Corporation was a huge success. We made over $160 in our first month of operation. In addition to Medieval Corporation, I started a candy concession with Hannah. We've been running it ever since. In fact, after graduation ceremony, you can come buy your favorite candy. No, seriously, come see me or Hannah after the show. I was enjoying my time at Sego Lily more than ever, so I decided to return as a student for 2011-2012 school year. This year, our D&D group has continued to grow, not just in size, but in maturity. I have moved from the sole dungeon master to a role of mentoring others in our group how to run a campaign. After I leave Sego Lily, others will be able to continue on the game. Now I'm going to talk about how all this has come together to make me the person I am today. Some of you might know that I learned to read by playing World of Warcraft, and most of my math skills came from playing Dungeons and Dragons. In fact, other people who've played World of Warcraft thought I was a non-English speaker because my grammar and spelling was so bad. Eventually I gained the knowledge through trial and error, but I had these skills before I came to Sego Lily. These are the skills that I needed to and relied on to be a successful DM at Sego Lily. I was able to learn to enjoy large groups of people through playing Dungeons & Dragons and forming the Medieval Corp before I came to Sego Lily. I did not like to be around large groups of people, and now I do. I learned how to meet new people and be more comfortable around others. Sego Lily has provided me with the opportunity for me to learn how to be a team player and a leader. This has made my current job at Supersonic more enjoyable and will have the same impact on future jobs. I am certain this will also transfer to school when I attend Salt Lake Community College this coming fall. After college, I would like to pursue a career as a story and level designer for games, using my narrative skills as a dungeon master to eventually I plan to take those skills on and creating my own company where I create my own stories and see them come to life for thousands of others playing them.
Questions for Josh?
Really,
Fast five contest?
It's not a question. Before Josh went to Sego Lily, he was a hermit, constantly in his room. He's still constantly in his room, playing video games with a blanket over the window. He's like in a cave because his room is dark purple now. As he started going to Sego Lily, I can definitely say that I can tell a difference. He's more social. He's a lot more nicer to me. And I'm gonna give you a hug now. Yay. I love you.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you.
You're plotting something over there, James.
You're making some fun of people plans.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you'd mentioned that you feel like it's helped you, being here has helped you with your work at Supersonic.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I'm more open and willing to just talk to a customer who will randomly just come up and start small talk. I would have been, like kind of shocked, like what's going on? Why are you talking to me? But now I can actually confidently engage in a conversation with just a random person.
Okay.
I wasn't before.
And what about the leadership side? How do you see that helping?
Get all these people into one room to play a game. That's a harder task than it seems. Yeah. Both Aiden and James know that. They DM'd. Was it ever hard getting the group together?
Yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm just more confident as a person.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So looking into the future, when you have your company, do you think you could take the model, the Sego Lily Sudbury model, and use it in your company somehow?
I don't really understand, like.
Is there anything about this place or what it's done for you that you would like to put into play in your company? For the people you work with, or?
Yeah, it has definitely helped me come down off of this is my story, no one's allowed to touch it, mess with it. Playing with these guys are some of the most interactive players I've ever played with. They have changed my stories so many times now. I think I would be more willing to listen to advice and just in general, listen,
Yeah.
instead of being